Hello everyone, my name is Shelby Richardson and this is my commemorative speech. In 1905, after seeing a need in the area, Benjamin Jacob Dimer marked off part of his farm and started the Green Lawn Cemetery. This same exact cemetery, which is 20 minutes, 2 right turns, and a tombstone marks the spot where the biggest piece of my heart was laid to rest, March 22, 2013. His tombstone reads, "Devoted father, loving husband, you will forever be in our hearts," and that he was. My grandpa was an incredible man. He was tall, handsome, and hardworking in his younger days, and in his old age, he was loving and full of unheard wisdom. While the cemetery he rests in is normally sought after unfortunate circumstances, I will always find solace there, knowing it is the place my grandpa will reside for eternity. For 6 generations, Green Lawn has served the area with dignity and respect and is a trusted part of Springfield's history. I remember it like it was yesterday, when the day came that I had to put on the black dress I had just bought for a funeral I did not want to go to. My eyes hurt from crying, and I didn't care much for the fabric of the dress, but it was my last chance to say goodbye to the man who impacted my life more than anyone else. The 20-minute drive felt like it took months, and the outcome of people upon arrival was surprising. And at the same time, like a second blow to an already aching heart, he was so loved by the world. We took our seats marked reserved for immediate family, and proceeded with the funeral. The room was filled with the scent of flowers and sound of sniffles from everyone's sobs. A preacher came first and spoke of the Lord and how all good sheep must be called home at some point. And a friend came up next and spoke of glory days spent on railroad tracks with a persona of my grandfather I had never got the opportunity to know. His brother told a story of a time they went hunting, and finally my grandmother approached and spoke only in fond words of how much she loved his family. With a choked voice, she told everyone who had ever known my grandfather what he regretfully could not, that he loved them in life and would always, even after. He was lowered into the ground, each shovel of dirt landing with a thunk that resounded in my ears as I wept for my own heart and sadness. It felt that I would never see my grandfather again. I know that a grave is just a symbolic place. The person I loved is gone, and although his bones lay beneath my feet, his spirit wanders somewhere I cannot touch. Still, though, his grave makes me feel closer to him than anywhere else. I can close my eyes and remember clearly the man he was, flesh and blood, living and breathing, bowl of vanilla ice cream before bed at 11, up by 7, and on with his day. That's how he lived, simple and scheduled. He taught me all about country life, cattle and tractors, how to grow corn, and where to find frogs. He knew just about everything good worth knowing. Green Lawn Cemetery is more often than not considered a sad place, like any other resting place for lost loved ones. However, for me, it's just the home of my grandpa, and I enjoy being there. I miss my grandpa every single day, and not a second goes by that I don't think of him. Where he calls home will never be a sad place to me, even if it means I have to bring him fresh flowers at every visit. It is such a beautiful place, with over 100 undeveloped acres. Green Lawn will continue to provide for future generations a place of beauty and respect. I love the way there is a tree that stands above his grave, with the sun shining through it, lighting it up. I love the way the green grass and the smell of the flowers cover the graves. The way it is so quiet and peaceful while the wind blows on my face. It is a feeling that I cannot describe when visiting my grandfather. I am glad to know that my grandfather is resting in a place as great as he is. Thank you for watching.